He didn't see the announcement. And he shanks the extra point.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Extra Point as we continue our search for Parker's NHL team. I'm Ian Nickel. Parker Carroll is up there. Parker, give us some of your opening thoughts before we begin this project.
So this project started out as we got hockey fever, Ian and I, after the US's incredible run to gold in the Olympics. And I don't have an NHL team. And so we set out to find me one. And we narrowed it down to 10 teams. And then off air, we narrowed it down to 6 teams. And Ian has prepared an incredible slide deck to convince me of which team I should pick. I should say that Ian is a St. Louis Blues fan, which is not one of these 6 teams that will pop up.
Tragic. Shall we name the 6 teams off right now?
I say we go through the PowerPoint.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Let's begin. Hope you're ready. I'll be accepting any questions during the PowerPoint. Let us begin. So, first team, Pittsburgh Penguins. Location, Pittsburgh, PA, a.k.a. Steel Town. They were established in 1967. They have won 5 Stanley Cups. They've missed the playoffs the last 3 years, but their current record is 29, 15, and 12, which is 5th in the Eastern Conference. And there's the Pittsburgh Penguin logo right above me. Fun facts. They used to play in an arena known as the Igloo from 1967 to 2010, and that is it right there in that first one up above me. That's the Pittsburgh Civic Arena. I think it has now been demolished, but that was known as the Igloo. Players of note, I added Sidney Crosby and Mario Lemieux. I'm sure I'm missing a couple, but those were 2, big ones of note that are right there. Celebrity fans, we have Michael Keaton, the OG Batman. Also was a snowman in Jack Frost. He's been in other movies, but those are the only 2 that could come to mind. Russell Crowe as well. Here's a tweet from 2014 where he says, yes, I'm a Penguins fan since 1999. Met Jaromir Jagr and Ron Francis prepping for Mystery Alaska. Jagr was also with the Penguins. I want to see he was with I think he was also with another team on this list that we'll get to. And then Pat McAfee from Pittsburgh, from Steel Town. Although he does like another team on this list, but I did not include him in those celebrity fans. Their rivals are the Flyers and the Washington Capitals. So those are the teams you need to hate.
Yeah, look, Penguins are probably the early favorite in the clubhouse right now. I dabbled in Penguins fandom for a little bit. I would add Evgeny Malkin to the list of players of note, one of the great Russian players of all time, as well as, you mentioned him, Jaromir Jagr, played for a lot of teams, played of note with the Penguins, and that's a pretty stacked celebrity fan cast. You have Batman, Maximus, and Pat McAfee. That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I also love the uniforms. I also love the show The Pit, which is set in Pittsburgh. Love Steel Time.
The new hospital show?
Yeah, that is set in Pittsburgh.
Are the accents thick there?
There is
take
one
them down to the ER.
The best character in the show arguably is Nurse Dana, and she has a very thick Yinzer accent.
Oh, let's go. Okay. Next slide. Pros. Rooting for a team called the Penguins is awesome. There's no other team called the Penguins, except for the Youngstown State University Penguins, obviously, in Youngstown, Ohio. You get to root for Sidney Crosby in his final years. Obviously, probably should have hopped on early. The other pro, black and yellow. Cons. Expectations are high. This team expects to win. That's kind of the Pittsburgh standard, is that, if it's not a Stanley Cup, it's a disappointment. Another thing, you're coming to the end of an era. This is one of Sidney Crosby's final years. He doesn't have a lot of years left. So I think you'd probably be in a rebuild for a little bit. And then I think it would be a tough look if you were an Eagles and a Penguins fan, even though you're not from Pennsylvania. I think it may be a bad look. Now,
yeah.
there's one other thing I wanted to do. And what this is, I downloaded the goal horn sounds, but I don't know if they'll play on here. So what I'll
Okay.
do is I'll just play them on my mic here, and you tell me what you think, okay? Okay. Any questions?
No questions. Like I said, I know a lot about the Penguins already,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, it would be a tough look. But as we've discussed previously, my fandom is all over the place because I'm from Oklahoma. Oklahoma doesn't really have any pro teams aside from the Thunder, and that didn't come about till 2008. And so I just watched what was on and what was on TV. So I do not think that I would care if Eagles being Eagles and Penguins. You are
Yeah.
right, though. I will say this year for them has been kind of an interesting year because it's a lot of old guys, including Chris Letang, also in his mid 30s, along with Malkin and Crosby, and they're playing really well for kind of an older squad, and they're about to be without Sidney Crosby for a month, so
Yeah.
that's tough.
It is very tough. We'll now go to the next slide. Oh yeah. So I did this thing where I made like slogans for each team um as like a parting gift or whatever. So
Okay,
root for the Penguins. You can come and march with the Penguins.
great slogan.
Thank you. Next slide. You got the Chicago Blackhawks, aka or their location is Chicago, Illinois, aka the O Block, aka the Pope Block, and Wrigleyville. They're an original six team. They're one of the original six teams in the NHL, established 100 years ago. And they have six Stanley Cups, one in 1934, 1938, 1961, 2010, 2013, and 2015. They have not made the playoffs since 2020, and their current record right now is 22, 26, and 9. If you don't know what the 9 is, it means overtime losses. That's just a standard for everybody, not just you. 12th, they are 12th in the Western Conference currently, but I think it's like relatively close. So like even though they're 12th, they could still easily make the playoffs. I'll double check that.
They're not
Uh,
great. I would say that they're not trying to make the playoffs.
yeah. Okay, no wait, they have 53 points and fifth is in 58
They
or
are scouting actively the Gavin
11th.
McKinnon
Yeah,
because the NHL does have a lottery. It is not based
it is.
only on record.
Yeah. Well, the hope is that the Blues would get them, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, fun facts. From
Bedard and Gavin
1926 to
McKenna would be
1986, they're the
insane.
Chicago Black Space Hawks. I didn't know that, but no, there was a space there for that first little bit. Uh, Key players of note: Connor Bedard, Patrick Kane, who's now with the Red Wings, and
Wiener.
Bobby Hull, who's a guy I looked up on Wikipedia.
Yeah,
Uh,
one of the legends.
one of the big time legends. Celebrity fans, Vince Vaughn and President Barack Obama, and rivals St. Louis Blues and Detroit Red Wings.
Big Cat doesn't make celebrity fans.
Shoot. I thought about it, but I feel like he's more of a Bears and a Cubs fan, more so than a Blackhawks fan. I should have
Yeah,
put CM Punk, but I don't know because he's a wrestler. I didn't know if that would matter at all. Do you know who CM Punk is or no?
yes, I do. Yes, I
Okay.
do.
Well, then I maybe should have added him.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
No, I'm not sure who Barack Obama is, but we'll talk about that off air.
Yeah. Let me be clear. Uh, so pros and cons. Connor Bedard, an
Former number
absolute
one
dog.
overall pick. He's Canada's next great star,
Mm-hmm.
labeled as the Golden Boy. Yeah,
Rooting for a Chicago team is pretty sick. As a
logo
non-Chicago
is
fan,
considered racist.
do what?
The racist logo. That's funny.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you'll be rooting for an original six team, so it's like, hey, I am in a. You could give, I not really give off the impression, but hey, I know my hockey. When you just bring like, hey, we're an original six team. Cons, you'd be rivals with me. I don't really want to be rivals with you. However, that good that may be for the show, but whatever. And then the logo is considered racist to some. Um, I need to. I think it's the. And I probably should have done more research on this, but I wanted to focus just on the hockey team. But I believe they are named after the Black Hawk tribe.
Nice.
So let me pull up the name origin real quick. Chicago Black. This is from AI, so I don't know how. Chicago Blackhawks NHL team originates from 1926 when owner Frederick McLaughlin named his team after his World War I unit, the 86th Infantry Division, aka the Black Hawk Division. The division itself was named after Chief Black Hawk, a prominent 19th century leader of the Sioux Nation, Sauk. Hmm.
That's awesome.
That is really sick.
After a World War II combat unit, which was named after a Native American tribal leader. That's sick.
No, it is very sick. But I think I guess if you didn't know the history, it could be considered
World War One.
World War
In
One.
26.
Yeah.
World War One. World War One combat unit.
Yes. World War One.
Yeah, because this podcast cares about historical accuracy 100%.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, troops.
Thank you, troops. All right. And then once you go, this is the slogan. Once you go Black Hawk, you never go back Hawk.
Love it. Love it.
And then let me play the goal horn real quick.
Hey, what? That sounds pretty similar to the last one. I like it. Blackhawks also have a legendary play-by-play announcer.
Do what?
Blackhawks also have a legendary play-by-play announcer.
Shoot, what's that guy's name? Dadgummit. I feel like I should know that. I'm still a casual NHL fan, so forgive me if I don't know his name. I'm looking it up now. Media and announcers. Rick Ball.
Oh yeah, he's new. It was the guy before.
Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm
Hold
thinking
on.
of something. But anyway,
No, I think you're onto something.
I will say we may need to speed this up just a little bit.
Okay. Sorry. Pat Foley.
Three.
That's his name. All right. New York
Yes.
Islanders.
Yes.
Location, Long Island, New York. Established in 1972. Stanley Cups won 4. They won 4 straight from 1980, 81, 82, 83. They missed the playoffs the last season, but they have appeared in 3 out of the last 5. Their current record is 32-25-5, which is 8th in the Eastern Conference. They had a fisherman logo that was really sick, and I should have added on here, but I did not. The current head coach is Patrick Raw, or I don't think it's Roy. They say it differently. It's like Raw. He was the goalie for the Montreal Canadiens and Colorado Avalanche. He won 4 Stanley Cups and has the most Connor Smythe trophies in NHL history. And the Connor Smythe is the playoff MVP. He has won 3 of those. Players of note: Mike Bossy, Anders Lee, who I think is their current captain, and rookie Matthew Schaefer, who is Canadian. Don't know that against him.
Last year.
Do what?
He's the number 1 overall pick last year.
Yeah. Celebrity fans: Kevin James, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. If you had seen the Happy Gilmore 2, he's the oldest son in that. He is also a professional wrestler. Madison Beard, Justin Herbert's girlfriend, and the Impractical Jokers. A fun fact about Madison Beard: I guess she makes music. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I don't. I have not heard a single Madison Beer song. I don't think ever. That's. I don't know. Have you heard any of her stuff?
No.
Okay, so it must not be very good then. Rivals: New York Rangers, New Jersey Devils, and the Philadelphia Flyers. Pros: Islanders wear the same colors as the Thunder, so you don't really need to change your wardrobe or anything. Because you're a Yankees fan, it does give you that New York connection. So you'll have a second team there. And then you're always welcome at Borelli's. Find a Italian dining establishment there. Con, you have to deal with New York fans. And then you are considered the second fiddle to the New York Rangers. Do what?
You would become one of the fans, though. Love
would,
all that.
but also
love it all. However, if you, it would be dangerous to be an Islanders fan and an Eagles fan. That's what I'll say. Because that is Giants country up there.
Yeah. Is Long Island Giants or Jets country?
Intermixing Eastern Seaboard stuff can get dangerous.
It can. I'm not going to play the
love the Islanders though.
Yeah. No, they're a good team. I think I considered them when I was finding a hockey team as well. Here's their goal horn.
That one's a little different. I don't think necessarily the horns are picking up very well on mic.
Do what?
You know. I don't know if the horns are picking up super well on mic. It like automatically makes it go away because it only recognizes voice. But I can hear it at the very beginning of it, and then it like just disappears.
Okay, I'll just send them to you, and we'll just
yeah. You can add it in.
Yeah, I'll edit it in post, and I'll just send them to you now.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you can listen to them whenever. New York Islanders, hockey the Lawn Way. I'm sorry, Long Island way.
Yeah. They also just got a brand new arena too.
They did the UBS Arena. They used to play in the Nassau Coliseum, and now they have moved into the UBS Arena. I've heard it's a very nice arena. Never been though.
Long Island's also just cool. Like if you were going to, like for me, someone who lives in Oklahoma, like if you wanted to, you could fly into New York and just go to Long Island and watch a game and not have to deal with the rigmarole of the city. You go to Borelli's, get you a nice Italian meal, go see a Islander game. Pretty sweet.
Oh, very, very cool for sure. All right, next up, the Utah Mammoth. Salt Lake City, Utah is their location. Established in 2024. They have not won the Stanley Cup. They did not make the playoffs last season, but they are fifth in the Western Conference this season with a record of 30, 23, and 4. Fun facts, they were originally the Winnipeg Jets from 1972 to 1996. Then they moved to Phoenix, became the Phoenix and Arizona Coyotes. Then they were bought by Ryan Smith, and they moved on to Utah after years of ownership turmoil. Excuse me. I only have one player in note, Clayton Keller. Celebrity fans, Jackson Dart. That was the only official one I could find. Here he is with the mascot of the Mammoth, which looks like a cotton candy elephant. And then I put probably the cast of The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. And then their rivals are the state of Arizona. By the way, if you have seen The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, have you seen The Secret Lives? Well, have you seen that show?
I am aware of this show. I have not watched a single second of it.
Good. I watched it going in thinking it was a documentary, but no, it was a reality show, and I was thoroughly disappointed. That's a true story. That actually happened. I thought it was a documentary. Like a 2020. All right, pros and cons. Buying in on the ground floor. I mean, they just established themselves as a team. So you'd be kind of, you wouldn't be day one, but you'd be right there. Mammoth are a sick name. Shout out Ray Romano in Ice Age. Played a Mammoth in Ice Age. And Utah's a hockey state, so you don't have to question the loyalty there, even though they just started. Cons, there's no history. I feel this is just me. I feel like I would want to have a hockey team with some history. Utah has none. And then beer sales are probably really low because it's Utah.
They have sick jerseys. Their jerseys are sick.
Their sweaters are okay.
Powder blue. Okay. The powder blue is unique. I'm a big fan of their logo. I'm a big fan of their jerseys.
And while researching this, I realized the top of the head is mountains.
Yep, correct. Also, they're one of two teams. They enter into the pantheon of North American sports teams that do not have a plural name.
That is true. Thunder are 1-2, so are the Heat.
Minnesota Wild.
Minnesota Wild. Yeah. There's a few others, but I can't think of them at the moment. The Utah Mammoth. Soak in the Mammoth era.
Pause. Huge pause. Like it. I like it, though.
Yeah. Soak it all in.
Yeah.
Don't.
If you don't know what that is, or don't.
All right, next up, the Philadelphia Flyers. Their location is obviously Philadelphia. They were also established in 1967, like the Penguins. They've won 2 Stanley Cups, 1974 and 1975. Their last playoff appearance was in 2020, and their current record is 25-20-11, which is 13th in the Eastern Conference. Flyers facts, or I guess fun facts, but they're Flyers facts. The Flyers own the record for the longest undefeated streak in NHL history with 35 games, so almost half a season. I think I told you that this guy's name was Rick Touche, but it is Rick Touche. He is the current Flyers coach, but he was once a Flyers team captain. Notable players, I just put the Broad Street Bullies, mainly because it's a sick name. They led the team to 2 Stanley Cups. Celebrity fans, Shane Gillis and Miles Teller.
Also famous Eagles fans.
Famous Eagles fans, yeah, big Philly guys. Rivals, Penguins, Devils, Islanders, Rangers, and their own fans. That may be more toward the Eagles, but you know how Philadelphia fans are.
They've struggled for a while, the Flyers. The Flyers would have been such an easy choice, but I'll let you continue.
Okay, here we go. Pros. You got your Eagles connection. You could root for another Philly team. You already wear orange and black for OSU. They're orange and black too. And also just having a group called the Broad Street Bullies goes incredibly hard. That's like a great team name, like Purple People Eaters, stuff like that. Cons, Philly fans, but you're kind of in that boat a little bit. And then the lack of a playoff experience in recent years has not been
absolutely great. Nothing wrong with Philly fans. We're the best fans in the world. Go ahead.
Okay. Cool. All right. Be flyer than the rest. Philadelphia Flyers.
I like that.
Okay.
I would say Flyers are near the top of the list. What hurts them is that they haven't been good in a long time. Like, they just haven't been solid. And that's frustrating. Because I want to root for root for a good team.
Yeah, no, I get that. Shoot, maybe they'll win the lottery.
Would love that. Gavin McKenna staying in Pennsylvania.
Be huge. Huge. All right. Final team, the San Jose Sharks. They are from San Jose, California. They were established in 1991. No Stanley Cups. Their last playoff appearance was 2019, And their current record is 27, 24, and 4, which is 11th in the Western Conference. Fun facts. Their mascot got stuck in the air and delayed a game once in 1999. There's video of it. He is literally yelling, please help, please help. He's like waving his arms. It's a very funny video. The ECHL affiliate for them is the Wichita Thunder. So, if you wanted to make a trip up to Wichita, if you were a Sharks fan, and
got a lot of friends in Wichita. Shout out Colton.
yeah, shout out Cole. I don't know who you are, Colton, but shout out to you. Players of note: Joe Thornton, long time, long time Shark, and then Macklin Celebrini, who I don't know if you saw his comments about. He was asked, do you feel like happy for the Americans winning the Olympics? He said no.
As
Celebrity fans, Neil Young
should say no. He's a proud Canadian.
Yeah. Celebrity fans, Neil Young. That is all I could find for celebrity fans.
That's
awesome. I
awesome.
think George Kittle is technically a Predators fan. So that's all I was able to find. Rivals, Los Angeles Kings.
Yeah. Sharks are have been bottom of the heap for a while.
Yeah, the last time the only time they made the Stanley Cup was in 2016, and that was against the Penguins. Pros and cons. Sharks is a sick name. I mean, look at this logo. They're biting the hockey stick. Like, that's sick. I put Macklin and Celebrini on here because he's a dog. And then I put most games start late because of West Coast. I don't know how I think you're more of a late night owl, maybe. I don't.
I am.
So this would probably be maybe a pro for you, but it could be a con for other people. And then Jaws will be dropped.
That's a great slogan.
Thank you. And then all right.
Give you a hand. What a PowerPoint by Ian. Truly incredible. Lots of research done. And you laid it out there as concise and as solid as you can. And there will definitely be screenshots of that sent to various group chats because of how funny they were. So I'm narrowing it down to 2.
You can narrow it down to 2 or 3. You can narrow it down however many you want. Do you want to do 2 or do you want to?
I will do 3. I will do 3.
Okay.
As much as I think San Jose would be fun and Macklin Celebrini is an absolute stud, I do think that they are out. As much as I love the Utah Mammoth jerseys, their sweaters, the fact that you would get in on the ground floor, I love that. You're right. I do want a team with a little bit more history, so they're out.
Okay. Now I can hand up. It was kind of hard to find stuff on the Sharks because there wasn't a lot.
They're kind of a nothing burger franchise, if we're being real honest.
A little bit, yeah.
So then we've got Flyers, Penguins, Islanders, Blackhawks.
Yes.
I hate to do it, but I gotta go. I gotta kick out. I gotta kick out the Flyers. I've thrown that around for years, and I can't settle on them. I can't do it. I mean, everything is there for me to pick them. They're Philly, they're orange and black, but they just don't have. They're not good, and they haven't been good in a long time, and they don't have a lot of great prospects. Now, of course, I'm going to say that, and they're going to win the lottery and get Gavin McKenna, probably.
You reserve the right. Can we do this? If they get Gavin McKenna, you will become a Flyers fan.
I will reevaluate. How about that?
Okay.
So good. That's going to narrow it down to the Penguins, the Islanders, and the Blackhawks.
Yes.
Tune in next week. And if I can get the merch in time, I will be choosing my team. I'll choose a team no matter what. Hopefully, I can get the merch in time between those three. And if you had to ask me right now, honestly, leaning Blackhawks. I'm not spoiling anything. That's where I'm leaning.
I don't want you to look. I get it, but man, I don't want to be rivals with you.
Think about it. It would be good for the pod. They have a young stud, but they're not so good right now that you like. It feels like bandwagoning.
Yeah, although they did win 3 Stanley Cups in the last decade.
They did elite. I mean, they're an elite franchise, as are the Penguins. I would not call the Islanders an elite franchise. They have elite fans. It's been a long time since they've won, but they also have a young stud too, in Schaefer
They do.
and Borelli's.
They do. Shout out Borelli's. And that'll do it for the extra point. Tune in next week to see who Parker will commit his hockey fandom to. And comment below which hockey team you want Parker to join. Penguins, Blackhawks, or Islanders. We'll see you next time on the extra point.
Thank you for listening.
Subscribe.